Hello all, welcome to the channel. I'm Alan, this is Alan Reacts, my little corner of YouTube. Today is a first reaction. It's a band I'm going back to, the Allman Brothers. Haven't been there in a country mile in a minute or two. So, 1972, this single, Melissa. It is first reaction, I don't know it. So, I always dig around, I always do a little bit of research, even if I haven't listened to the song. Just so I know what I'm talking about, anything I didn't know already, anything I've find unusual or worth sharing, that's what we'll do. And then my observations on the song, or me, you'll see me looking at the lyrics. So let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. And it's the Allman Brothers Band with Melissa. Oh, I have to listen to that again. Listen to that folky southern rock opening. Beautiful. Beautiful. Written by Gregg Allman, I think, and Steve Allman. But primarily it was most of it written by Gregg before they put it together as a full song. And this was released after the sad passing of Dwayne. Just beautiful. Listen, the fills are beautiful, aren't they? The fills are absolutely beautiful. So Crossroads seems to come and go, and the gypsy flies from coast to coast. Opens up with Crossroads. That's that nomadic. That's maybe a shout out to the Old West. Maybe it's a shout out to the Drifter. It's a combination. But it's definitely that nomadic, sparse, the gypsy figure. It's really setting out that scene of isolationism. But is it romanticising it? You kind of get a sense it might be, but you never know with bands like the Allman Brothers, great songwriters. So yeah, let's just carry on. Yeah, and you obviously got Burning Sorrows, Having Fun. Yeah.
But back home you're always around, you sweet Melissa.
So he's laid it out, the story, the West and the cowboy. This time it's trains, but basically that was just the steam version of a horse wheel. That's what they call it, horsepower. But it's still saying that, I think it's suggesting that Melissa's the safe harbour, because when he goes back home, he'll always run to sweet Melissa. Is it an ode to a girl, to a place, the safe harbour, the grounding place you call home? But it's got that real sweet crossover of sort of country folk, southern rock feel to it. It's just, and it seems way more gentle than what I'm used to from the Allman Brothers. I mean, this is from Eat a Peach in 72. This was a hit single. It was one at 18 in 1972, ladies and gentlemen. Challenge for you. Give me 5 of the others without looking at Google. And it's such a funny year, 72, in the US 100. I mean, you had like Gilbert O'Sullivan from the UK, and then you had Three Dog Night were in there, and you also had Sammy Davis Jr. had a #1 in that year. So that's a year of real rolling around in the dust, if you like. But yeah, a hit.
Freight train, each car looks the same. Melissa.
you be absorbed into the story of the land and never to be known or have your story shared by anyone? Will you fade into obscurity to be taken by the land and the crossroads? Or will you get home to Sweet Melissa? It's such a folk song in that sense, but they've added that sort of country southern rock influence, and his voice is so different. It's so beautiful on this. So warm. So warm.
Oh, will he lie beneath the clay? Or will his spirit float away? But I know that he won't stay without Melissa.
Wistful. It's wistful, isn't it? That's what I was thinking of, guys. It's 1972. Some of the viewers and the audience, you guys, you're a little bit older than me. So let's just give you 5 years. At 72, how old was I? I was 7. Let's make you 12, 13. What were you listening to then? What were you listening to in 72 when you were 12, 13? Share with me, guys. And now that you're my age, 60 coming up, what were you listening to? Well, you weren't listening to much in 72 other than your mum saying get in, or put that down, or leave it alone, or no, you can't eat that. Yeah, and school now. So yeah, what were you guys listening to that I can remember 1970, 72? I'd be interested, because that was a really varied year.
Yes, I know that he won't stay without Melissa.
You need to go and subscribe there. That's a great video. When you think of In Memory of Elizabeth Reed and other songs that I've listened to, Jessica and stuff, they're jam complex songs, really complicated, beautiful. This is so simple. It's got those three elements. Definitely it's a folk song that's been sort of uplifted and integrated into that southern country style, really southern rock, edge country. It's beautiful. So to me, at 3 minutes 50, it's probably the shortest Allman Brothers song I've listened to. And I've loved them all. This is only my 6th reaction to the guys. But I really enjoyed that, the chord progressions, the fills, the story. Because you see all of it was barren land, it was this. But everything sort of reconverged, was all conflated with, well, it'll all be good if he gets home to Sweet Melissa, gets home to Safe Harbour. But it was also quite sad because if he doesn't make it there, if that's not where he gets, then will he just be another an empty gravestone? Will it just be a blank grave? I guess the story of the American West, really, in 72, the pioneer. Was it the nomad? Was it the last vestiges of the Western spirit? It could be whatever you want, guys. The nomad, the gypsy, the traveller. It's just a great song, though, isn't it? To be grounded, to say, well, if I get there, I'll always be there, because if I go there, it's Sweet Melissa. Everything else is this loneliness and isolation line with no blankets, to be not known by anybody. But Sweet Melissa will be all right. Whoever Sweet Melissa is for you guys, I hope you have one. I love it. Join in, subscribe, take care, guys. Till next time.